Hi everyone, we're going to use the principle of mathematical induction to show that the given statement is true for all natural numbers n. So basically that. And let me just go over something real quick. You know that a squared minus b squared equals a minus b times what? A plus b. So in other words, we can divide by a minus b, correct? So basically, that's kind of what it's referring to as it's a factor of. So let's go back to this. So what we're going to do is look at the hint, because the hint, when they give you a hint, is going to be very helpful. When they give you a hint in mathematics, that means they want you to use it. So here's your hint, that a to the little k plus b minus b to the little k plus 1, this should be plus 1, equals this. I'm not going to read it. You can read it here. All right? So basically, you can work this out and FOIL it out, and you'll see that this works out. So that's what we're going to use. And so here we get started. Condition 1. So we're going to check for n equals 1. And we're going to write a minus b is a factor of a to the first power minus b to the first power, because this equals a minus b. That means you can divide a minus b times a minus b. Now we have to show for condition 2 that if a minus b is a factor of ak minus b to little k, then we want to show that we're going to show a minus b is a factor of a to the k plus 1 minus b to the k plus 1. So basically what we're going to show, and this is where we're going to kind of look at this, we're going to work this out. We have, we're going to take this piece here and write it out. We have a times a to the k minus b times b to the k. Okay, and then we're going to do a trick that we did in a previous problem. We're going to write a times a to the k, and then I'm going to do something in here. I'm going to subtract a to the bk plus a times b to the little k minus b times b to the k. Now what I did here, if you look at this part right in here, this equals 0. So there's a little trick you can use in mathematics, because we wanted to get to this hint part. So I'm just adding 0 to this, but it's going to help me factor this. So now what I'm going to do is write this as, I'm going to group, let me write it again, a times a to, let me write on the next slide. Alright, so we have a times a to the k minus a times b to the k plus a times b to the k. That's that 0 part we're adding in. And then we're just copying the rest, minus b times b to the k. Now I'm going to go ahead and factor and group these two together and these together. So I'm going to pull out the a, and I get a to the k minus bk plus bk times a minus b. Factored out the bk here and the a here. Now, since a minus b, so since a minus b is a factor of a k minus b to the k, and also because a minus b is a factor of a minus b, then we know that a minus b is a factor of a to the k plus 1 minus b to the k plus 1. Condition 1 and 2 are satisfied, so the statement is true. This one you need to kind of think about, but I think if you kind of take some time and think about it, it'll become a lot clearer. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.